Thanks for joining the live stream, Arm Wrestling fans. Today we will be discussing the matches of the strongest arm on earth X East versus West event, which will happen on 15th of August. And a little news before we discuss the Baku event has now been rescheduled to 13th of September. So the first date, and as I've been saying in my past 5 live streams, so this is the sixth time. I've already recorded a video about that, and my brother is editing that as we speak. So the Baku event was initially on 9th of August. Then the venue wasn't available. So the Elmar guy, he decided to ask the guys if they can give them another date or not. Then he got the date changed to 2nd of August. Everybody agreed to that. But then the complications, which we have already discussed, because of those complications, the date was again changed to 30th of August. And now the new date is 13th of September. And I've heard some inside rumors from some trustworthy sources that even that 13th of September date is going to be most likely changed. Now you can say that except for the 2nd of August date, no other date was officially confirmed by East versus West. I'm not even sure if even this was confirmed, but this is something that they did talk about, the August Baku event. So maybe yeah, that date was confirmed. So 9th of August, 2nd of August, 30th of August, 13th of September, and then there will be another new date. So it's not getting any clearer as we speak. Things are still pretty cloudy, pretty muddy, messy. Grip and Focus is saying, yeah, King of the Table would have been a better brand for these matches. I kind of agree with that, yeah. I'll definitely buy it. Will be the first production quality for best production quality for a East versus West pay-per-view, okay? Taki, Paki, audio fix. Audio, my audio? I think it's okay. But on this particular app, whenever I invite some guests, that is when my audio is like super low. When I'm the one who's speaking, you can turn up the volume, so it's perfect. I guess there are no issues as of now. But then if there is a guest, their audio is like always twice as high as mine. So that is weird. Now I've bought the annual subscription of this app, so I'm not going to be able to switch to another one if I'm not able to solve this audio issue, because the audio is already at full 200% in the app settings. I'll also check the computer settings later maybe. East versus West 19 will be awesome. So yeah, let's quickly jump into the matches. We'll see what the website says, and then we'll later see what if we can find all of the matches. Hopefully we can. If we cannot find the entire card on their official website, then where else can we find it? Come on, man. Okay, let's set a goal for one super chat in 1 hour. It's giving me a pop-up for a super chat goal. And as I have said, as long as these goals are being met, I'll have to do a live stream every single day. How many people? 96 already. This live stream, has anyone else noticed this? That since the East versus West controversy started right from the day when Kalinishenko made that initial post, I think it was already a month ago. Since that day, the entire arm wrestling YouTube live stream algorithm has gone up. The videos are still getting same amount of views as they always used to get on all of the channels, but something changed in the live stream game. Everyone's live streams are getting like twice as much views as they used to get before that. Not just when you're talking about the controversies, even regular live streams. Sometimes I used to get like 75 people watching it, and now we are just 4 minutes in, we are already at 115. So some things have definitely changed. I should have started doing these daily live streams a month ago. As soon as that happened, I would have already been the richest man in India by now. By the way, things are going in past few days. Proving astrology with the membership comment. Devon is pretty anti-astrology. Hello from Canada, Wonder Bucket. Grip and focus. Ask and you shall receive. I think I already got my daily goal achieved. Man, thank you. Thank you, Grip and Focus. You were awesome. I remember you. I apologized like 3 times yesterday for not reading those messages in front of Devon, and I do that again. But I hope you can understand. He was on the channel like after 3 years. If Devon was like a regular guest here, I would have for sure had fun with him and read all of the chats, no matter what they said against him. So I hope you can forgive me on that. Then we have this super chat, DrizzT3117, $5 again. Fix your audio. It cuts every 5 seconds. Man. Not cutting out for me. Okay, bologna sandwich with makeup. Can I get some feedback if the audio is bad or not? Imagine if the audio is bad only for Driz3117, and that got me a $5 super chat. I understand and thank you. Thanks, brother. Thanks for understanding. Hello from Costa Rica. Can you say... it's something weird, but I don't mind saying it. Abzukan. Nahi. Abdu Zakan. Audio is fine for me. I want to have... Like, sometimes I read those messages. They're quite funny. When people... get the streamers, they type something weird and they get the YouTubers to say that. I'm eagerly looking for those comments, but I only get I had a stand for this. I don't know where it went. Maybe I left it at home this time. Something weird happened. You may have noticed it used to stay here. I had a stand for this. I'll get a better one this time. Sounds great to me, Pradeep. Cool, fixed now. Yeah. That looks... I was also thinking that it looks unprofessional, but then I was thinking that all of the professional commentators, they hold microphones in their hands. They don't have fixed setup, but YouTubers do, and I'm on YouTube. I'm not commentating here. So maybe I'm just preparing myself for the Pro Punja League commentary since 5th of August next month. That's what I'll have to do there. Pradeep, maybe only thing you need is a pop filter. Yep, I agree. There are not many P or B, that kind of sounds in Indian accent anyways. So we won't say P, we'll say P. You know the difference. So I have slightly changed my accent after learning the correct pronunciations of words since I started this channel. So maybe you can see that I also need a pop filter now. But if it is like someone who has never interacted, an Indian who has never interacted with people from original accent, like Britishers or from USA or any country where English is spoken, then that guy doesn't need a pop filter. There is no P sound in India when we are speaking Hindi. Low white noise in the background. Yeah, I'll probably switch off the turbo mode of AC. I hope now it's okay. The Indians will understand what I'm saying. And the Americans will also understand. They've heard all sorts of Indian accents. Pradeep, who's the guest today? Yeah, man, how can I forget that? Last time you told me who I should share the link with, and it worked. I think Camille was also a suggestion from the chat. Devon was also a suggestion from the chat. So invite guest, I've clicked on it, I've copied it. Now you let me know who I should share this with. That could be a thing. That could be a thing every single day. We can just simply ask the chat who they want to invite, and that will be a surprise for like all of us. So if the guest actually joins or not, brush. That's a daily thing now. Elmar. I talked with Elmar. I had some conversation with Elmar. He told me some stuff. He said I have some screenshots, but I cannot share. And I was like, immediately, bro, I've never asked anyone for any screenshot at all. In fact, I prefer that you don't share somebody's screenshots with me. That's who I am. When somebody starts sharing screenshots with me, and that happens a lot, trust me. Even with some of the high-level arm wrestlers, that happens a lot with me. And I'm like, bro, I don't need to see that. I hate that shit. when people post each other's screenshots online publicly. Yeah, I can get it if you said something and then the other person is lying publicly about you, he's saying the exact opposite thing of what you said. Then if you just want to defend yourself, maybe you can share. I can agree with that. But even then you should first discuss with that person. This is screenshot game. I don't like it, man. Oh, Pradeep, if Brandon Allen can, I'm sure he. Brandon Allen, that's a great suggestion. Great suggestion. Brandon did contact me after I uploaded that video. So he can definitely give us some insight about the John Brezink match. John Brezink practice pool, not match. Great suggestion. Engin would be wild. Engin wanted to do a show with me. Like he himself said it, but my suggestion at that time was like, bro, just let this time pass. Let this time pass. If you trust my vision, what I can see in the future, at this moment you should not do a show. He wanted to do it on his channel. I don't have Brandon on WhatsApp, so I'll share with, let's say, Amazon Pay. That's who I'll share the link with on. I don't have WhatsApp because Instagram logged in on my PC. So Amazon Pay gets the StreamYard link. The StreamYard link gets copied from Amazon. They're saying, hey, it looks like you have replied with a message that we don't recognize. Of course you don't. Alright, where is Filthy Par? It must be in the recent chat. There is Brandon Allen. Live. Okay, I should send an audio. Hello, Brandon. We are live, brother, and the fans of arm wrestling, your fans, they want to see you live on the show. Let's discuss the match and let's discuss the John Brezink practice pool. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the chat now. Engin would be awesome. Kalina, yeah, Dexter Tan, Dexter Elmar. Good suggestions. All of them are good suggestions. Have you invited Devon again? No. I should not do that. Trump. Diddy. Are you and Bowen meeting up? I saw that he was in India with his girlfriend. I didn't talk with Bowen since he did message me a couple of days ago about something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, I haven't discussed this with him. Yeah, he did ask me if I'm commentating PPL or not. That's what he messaged me. And I was like, yes. And he's like, that's awesome. Then that was the conversation. You should get Brian on too. Okay, that's interesting again. But for Brian, I cannot invite him randomly like this. I'll have to probably message him first. Is it true, Pradeep? What's true? I wasn't able to read your first message. Isn't some billionaire supposed to be there, Pradeep? Billionaire? Where? Shaw Classic? Pro Punja League? What were you saying? Engin would never join Pradeep's stream. No, Engin himself asked me to do a show with him. Probably a recorded one. Engin has been on the channel and I think I can get him again. It's not that big of a deal. Only a few people are going to watch the Shaw Classic, unlike East versus West. That just sounds like they're butthurt because they weren't invited. Okay, let's quickly share the screen for the Strongest Arm on Earth event. We have present, share screen, entire screen, system audio is needed. Strongest Arm on Earth. Be careful. It's telling me to be careful. So that's their website, Strongest Arm on Earth, Super Matches, Tournament, Shaw Classic tickets, tournament sign up. Let's see what's at the bottom. Blue Arena, Loveland, Colorado. That's the venue, Strongest Arm on Earth. Strongest Arm on Earth. Bro, I've read the same thing like 3 times already. Good strategy, I guess, so that people can remember the name. It becomes a household name. I like it. Although I don't like it, but I still like it from a marketing point of view. Is coming to the Shaw Classic on August 15th. This highly anticipated competition will bring together some of the strongest athletes on earth, including Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, Robert Oberst, Brandon Allen. Bro, they didn't even mention Devon here. What are you talking about? Devon is the third most popular guy on here after Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall. Buy tickets. Okay, we'll see where this leads us to. And then these are the matches. This doesn't pop anything up, so not a full screen thing. So Brandon Allen versus Brian Shaw. Boss move. He has him at the top of the list. That's a right arm match, best of 5. Then Devon Larratt versus Alex Cordecha, both arms, best of 5 again. Eddie Hall versus Robert Oberst, again, right arm super match. Matt Mask versus Philip Larson. I like this match. Philip wanted that match. Now he got it after that practice pull. Toddzilla Todd Hutchings versus Dave Chaffee. I like this match too. I hope Todd doesn't get killed. If he can stop the match, he can win it. But then Dave also has a press. So I'm not sure that even if Todd stops the match, if he can win it or not. Rickard Bowman versus Pablo. Biggest match of Rickard's life. If he can even pin Pablo once, then he'll have the whole world on notice. Then we have Lawrence Charlet versus Martins Lisis. I don't think Martin has what it takes to beat Lawrence at this point. He was looking fast, he was looking explosive on the table, side pressure was looking good. But then this guy has way more experience. And he has a king's move too. How is Martins going to deal with that? I remember Lawrence's match at Arm Wars. Either he was in a king's move or he was king's moving someone else. I have forgotten now. I think 80% it was Lawrence that was in a deep under the table king's move straight arm thing. So if that is the case in this match too, Martins is screwed. Cyril Brown versus Derek Smith. As I've said before, Derek, you must win this match. If you cannot, bro, just become a coach or something, or just maybe do double shifts at the bar as a bar bodyguard or whatever you do. Bouncer, not bodyguard. But just quit arm wrestling, man. If you cannot beat Cyril Brown, the guy that Brian Shaw can already destroy on the table, then my guy, you need to quit immediately. You needed to quit yesterday. If you lose this match. Gabriela Vasconcelos, I saw a comment today, maybe it was Tom Stubblebine's video, and a comment was like, who is Pradeep retiring today? Is it Matt Mask? No, it's Derek Smith. Gabriela Vasconcelos versus Jocelyn Brisson. Okay, Brandon is saying let's plan something. Okay, he's at work now, so let's plan something on Friday or Saturday. Sorry, bro, don't need to say sorry to me. I don't got any work to do. I'm here all day long. No need to say sorry to me. Okay, the Shaw Classic Arm Wrestling Tournament, the Shaw Classic again tournament. Okay, then let's see what the super matches. It's the same thing. Tournament. Where does the tournament thing take us? It takes us here. $100 per arm. Is that the fees or winner's prize? What's that? Both left and right arm divisions. Give your entry. Okay, entry fees it is. Tournament sign up. Shaw Classic. No, we're not interested in that. Buy tickets. Does it lead us to East versus West? I hope so. No. Wow. I didn't know that. Location, bro. Why do you need my location? So I didn't know that there's get tickets. Okay, it's venue tickets. It's not the pay-per-view tickets. I got it. Pay-per-view tickets are still available only through East versus West website. That's what I'm getting from this. All right. The goal has already been achieved. Super chat goal. That was awesome. 785 views already on this stream. That's again amazing. But only 56 likes. $100 to arm wrestle is absurd. Limited spots open for the tournament. Whenever someone says stuff like limited seats available, hurry before it's too late, my brain immediately starts thinking that, bro, they are unable to sell tickets. Like East versus West also used to say, what was that? VIP tickets, yeah. Only a few VIP spots left. Hurry quickly. And then next day also, then next week, they're repeating the same thing again and again. Only a few spots available. You need to hurry now, otherwise you. And that literally tells me that they are not able to sell those tickets. What are you talking about? Anyone who's already selling the tickets well, who cannot fulfill the requirement, when the manufacturing cannot meet the demand, you don't publicize your product. You publicize your product when your manufacturing capacity is higher than the demand that you're getting from the customers. But manufacturing is if the demand is there, which they are saying it is there, they're selling fast and stuff, then you don't even need to advertise your product. That's the thing. Maybe this strategy works on people. I don't think so. They're definitely not working on me. Gia Williams, thanks, buddy. I'm not sure who you are thanking. I have not done anything. Grip and Focus is now also a member of the channel. That's amazing. It's like just bro cannot control his emotions to support me, finding new ways every other minute to support me. I saw like $350 for a seat. What are they planning to do? WrestleMania? No, I heard WrestleMania tickets were like some WrestleMania tickets were like $18,000 or something like that. $100 per arm. Most arm wrestlers can barely pay normal $40 per arm. In India, when I was competing, I think then when I competed in 2019, that was a new time when they started the $20 fees. But in that $20 fees, food was also included for a couple of days. So I think breakfast and lunch you can have for 2 days in that $20 fees. But usually the fees was like $10. That's the standard in India. Rafa isn't the normal event. WrestleMania is like 100K. Not 100K. Definitely not that much. Come on, man. Even the front seat that's right in front of the camera, right in front of the table, I don't think even that is 100K. Watch their presence. Practice video. Todzilla has no chance against Dave. But isn't the common understanding amongst arm wrestling fans that Dave Chaffee is on a decline and Todd Hutchings is getting stronger every day? I've seen those practice pulls. In fact, I've made videos about them. But then Dave, people are supposing that he's downhill and he's going to cut weight as well. That's a 115 kg match. So far, we are used to seeing the 126, 127 kilo Dave. So that can make a little bit difference. Brian has a lot of... I'm going to be honest with you here. That's the only thing that I've liked so far about Brian Shaw's arm wrestling game. Not even his press. I'm not even talking about his press yet. But his ability to transition to a press. And I know I criticized that too in one of the videos where he was in this position. He did not have any blocking side pressure, the pec deck side pressure that Michael talks about. He literally stood up like this and then lost everything when he tried to go for a press. That was a beginner's mistake. But at least he can try. There have been many instances where he smoothly transitioned to a tricep press or even a flop press. So the transition is there. Unless he's like so far deep under the table in a committed top roll, that's when I think he cannot do that. Maybe because of his massive size. The power will get there. I think it's mostly genetic, the press thing. I've arm wrestled some beginners where they can press right off the go. They've never even arm wrestled. And some arm wrestlers like Georgy Svetkov, they've been arm wrestling for 20 years and they cannot press. So it's different for different people. Have you seen Vitali's podcast? Maybe like 10 minutes of that. I just started watching that. See, that's it. 9 minutes 10 seconds. It's open even now. No, so the answer is no. Why $100? Good round off number, Steve. That's why the $100 prize mark. Pradeep, have you seen Vitali's recent podcast? How frustrated he looks in the video. Is that the podcast that you're talking about? Or is there any other podcast? Okay, so none of the strongmen arm wrestling are competing. Arm wrest- okay, so none of the strongmen arm wrestlers are competing. Arm wrestling is on the first day. Okay, so they won't be competing in strongmen. Is that what you're saying? I think the Dave versus Todd match is a mismatched. Hutchings is gonna run over. Nah, that's not gonna happen, man. Come on, bro. Devon is saying Todd will win. Yeah, I haven't watched Devon's video with his son yet. It's not a normal event, but 100 per arm is crazy, especially if you're a normal person doing it for fun. But hopefully, the tournament will be filled with top level people. Why are Indians so far behind in every sport? Is it because of our pure veg culture? Excuses mostly and genetics. I'll say these two things, genetics and excuses. And people don't want to acknowledge any of these things because I've heard many arm wrestlers say the simple things, and many celebrities say that we don't have the facilities, there's a lot of corruption. Yeah, India is probably one of the most corrupt countries in the world, there's nobody denying that. But then the thing is, when they say corruption is the reason the sports are not getting funds, and then I'm like, what kind of facilities you need to train for a long jump? What kind of facilities you need to train for a shot put? Tell me. I'm not an expert, but has anyone played shot put here? What are the facilities, or what's the government support that you need if you want to become a shot putter? I don't think you need anything. Just a regular gym will do some stuff. You have that 8 or 8.2 kg, whatever that thing is called, and you start throwing it, and you start going to the gym, and you start learning techniques online, or maybe with some coach who has played it before. What's the government support that you need here? These are all just excuses. Where are the Indian medals in shot put, in high jump, in long jump, in swimming, in javelin throw? Okay, javelin, there was an Olympic gold, but where are those medals? What's the government support that you need to become a swimmer, a swimming pool? You can find that in India. You'll have to travel maybe 100 miles or something. So that's the excuse part that I don't understand, how people cannot see through that. Uncle Todd will whoop on Dave. Uncle Todd is my hero. Royd Rage will die. Poor arm wrestling, fake arm wrestling. They only like cricket and we are very good. Yeah, because cricket is, what was, how do I say it? Not irregularities is not the word. Something where the outcome is not certain, if the most talented athlete is going to win or not. It's not certain. It depends on a lot of things. India is good in cricket and hockey. I did for 1 year and stopped because it was boring sitting around at all the meets day. Yeah. J.I. William is built like a shot putter. Money support needed. Money, how? You're saying that while you're training for that, so that you don't have to focus on your job, that's why you need government support? That doesn't happen in any country at all. They all give their athletes some benefits when they start winning something. Even if we talk about arm wrestling, then arm wrestlers get their annual pay from their government if they win WAF, if they win the Europeans, not before that. Yeah, you answered it yourself. India was very good. India was very good. And again, hockey is not a genetics driven game. It's a team game. No, ice, it's not about ice. Nobody plays ice hockey. I don't think there is even any ice hockey here in India. Football, soccer, yeah. Invite Brian Shaw. Maybe I'll message him. Let's see if he replies or not tomorrow. Did you already talk about Matt versus Philip? Not much, not much. Talk to you later, brother. Gotta get back to work. Thanks. Stop spamming. Who is spamming? Sorry, but I don't believe India has bad genetics. It's just that when I'm saying genetics, I'm also talking about, mostly I'm talking about the super heavyweight guys, because wrestling India is like decent, maybe like one of the top 5 countries in the world. But then, but is it India? Is India top 5 country in the world in terms of medal tally in the wrestling Olympic game? Maybe not, maybe not. But then the thing is that where are the heavyweight Indian wrestling champions? They are not there. Where has any Indian ever done anything in the super heavyweight strength sport driven game? Maybe 30, 40 years somebody did something, but not now, not now. So when I'm saying genetics, I'm also talking about mostly about the super heavyweight game, but then other sports as well, just like sprinting and other stuff. Will you come for PPL season 2? Yes, sir, I will be there. I'll be commentating there. India is good at chess. Yeah. Yeah, chess you can say. What about weightlifting? Would you think that they'd be good at that? Maybe in the lighter weight categories, they can do something. We can do something. Would we do masturbation? Comment of the night. So Indians are weak. Indian diet does not have enough protein. No, that's the thing. If somebody is training for Olympics, then he should not depend on that kind of diet. He should be able to get whatever he wants. Diet is not that expensive in India. It's not that expensive. Don't let anyone fool you. Nobody's that poor especially when they're training. And if somebody doesn't even have food to eat, then he already has very bad genetics. He won't be able to get to the top even if you give him everything. Indian diet, okay. Pradeep, bro, how to get overthinking? Overthinking is a blessing. Don't get rid of it. Devon man is such a funny guy. That's what I said, but got brushed off. Yeah, about genetics you're saying? I get it. The Great Khali exists, and many do like him who are huge. Great Khali could have done, in my mind, I think he would have done great in arm wrestling if he was an arm wrestler. Maybe he wouldn't fit on the table. The guy was like over 7 feet tall, 7.5 maybe, 7 feet half inch. Indian parents support study rather than sports. Again, another excuse. This won't be an excuse if you are saying that Indian parents don't put their kids into sports when they are like 3 years old. Then that's not an excuse. But if you're saying that there's a 10-year-old boy and his father is not letting him play sports, no, 10-year-olds don't listen to their dads. Come on, man. Especially if they have a passion like that, if they can do something. No. So your comment is only half true. I think Indian just like dancing more than doing his sports. Okay, let's get back to again, I'll discuss maybe that video is already public. Has it been uploaded on the channel? Maybe, yeah, I got the comment, all checks completed 21 minutes ago. So yeah, that video will be made public. But some things which I discussed there, I'll discuss here as well. Dadhan got an operation, a surgery. There was some kind of cyst in his lower back. So Dadhan got it removed. It was bothering him for many years, and now he's fine. I won't be talking about all of the details here since I've already recorded a video, my favorite sentence. So now he can train. He was happy that this was the right time to get the surgery. And that's where I got the information of the Baku event postponing to 13th of September. This is what the Elmar guy also told me, that privately, but then I didn't want to discuss that because since it was a private chat, but Dennis has already revealed that in a video, so that's why I'm talking about that here. And then he also blamed Devon Larratt for everything that is happening. Dadikyan said that. He said it's because Devon did that. Do you think Siddhant Katuria can do anything in national level? Bro, he's number 1 in India. 90 kg. What are you talking about? 90 kilos, he's number 1. Or maybe you meant to say international level. Do you think the pay-per-view buys would be similar for 8-10 matches? Yes. I don't think it's going to change that much. I think Initially, I even used to, many people used to believe that that 5 6 match card would be awesome because that's what we were seeing from WL. But then Engin changed our perception after giving us 15 super matches. Now I think that number 10 is a sweet spot. I think they got 10 matches here. 10 is always a sweet spot. That's what they should be aiming for. 10 super match card, if the referees are efficient, if they are asking the arm wrestlers every time if they want to go to the referee's grip round one, or if they want to go to the straps, because sometimes the pullers, they're not thinking about it, especially if either one of them does not have the strategy to go to the straps or do something like that. So they're not thinking about it, they're not going to ask the referees. It becomes the referee's job. The organizers, they keep on thinking about how do we shorten the time more, and they don't instruct the referees to ask for the straps. Sometimes they do, I've seen that, but it should be literally the part of referee's job in a professional event to ask the athletes round one if they want to go to the referee's grip or the straps or both. If they do that, then I think they can easily take off maybe 15 20 minutes from a 4 hour event. And that's a big time. That's not a 20 minutes out of 4 hours. It's a big deal, I'll tell you that. And then strict timer, countdown timer on the screen for the athletes to return to the table, and there should be a bell ringing as well when the timer runs out, just like good old WL days. That creates another feeling of urgency, not just in the arm wrestlers and the audience that is available there, but also amongst the people that are watching live from their home. Is there a chance that we get testings on arm wrestling at some time? You want it? I would love to see that. I would love to see drug testing, or be open about it. Just don't pretend. I don't like this. Maybe I even like this pretending, man. I'm one way or other. I don't believe in this gray stuff like Neil Pickup always says. Every Neil Pickup's answer to every single question in this world, it's not black and white, mate. It's gray. And I'm like, no. 99% things in this world are pure black and white. Gray things are very few in the world. People who just don't want to answer questions, who just want to be politically correct, they'll always tell you. If a guy says this line too much that it's not black and white, it's gray, you know that he has the answer in his mind, but he's too scared to say that. He doesn't want to offend anyone. So no, this one thing, it's kind of black and white, because I've seen that I'm happy with the juiced up guys as well. I don't mind that as long as they don't compete in stuff like WAF and stuff. Morozov is there at WAF every year. He was in the Asian Championship this time and last time too. I made a video about that, and then he messaged me. He's like, "What's your problem?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm making a video. What's your problem?" I did say that. I don't even remember what I said, but I just said that Morozov is admittedly juiced out of his mind. Why is he competing in a drug tested event? Neil is a company man. It gets on my nerves. You can invite Justin Bishop. That's a good idea. Maybe tomorrow, I'll message Justin. So, Justin was the option. Then Elmar, Brian Shaw. Who else were in the suggestion in the beginning of this chat? Yeah, it's weird that Eddie got abs on that high body fat. Oh, Justin Bishop, good guy, has a confirmed match versus Hunter in December. What is the top 3 matches that you're looking forward to the most at Shaw Classic? I'll say, okay, with that being said, we can go back to the screen share again. This time, we'll not take a look at the Shaw Classic website or Strongest Arm on Earth website. This time, we'll go to Gold's Arm. Gold's Arm was a vision. I was a part of it right from the beginning. He wanted me to partner up. The Raduan, I think his full name is. They call him Rad. I've invited him on the channel maybe 3 years ago when this thing was just about to start or just started. And I saw it. I saw the vision. It's like a great website. I even really like it. I go to the website maybe every 2-3 days. So, and he wanted me to be a partner, kind of a partner in that thing. He wanted me to like write my news stuff, news articles on his website and stuff like that. But I said, okay, brother, I can help you sometimes, but I don't want to like have a job there. No, I don't need it. So that was the thing. Let's share the screen now. Entire screen. So this is the Gold's Arm website. Do I have Gold's Arm Premium, or is it giving me the option to get Premium? Let's check. I don't know. It didn't give me any other option to buy stuff. So am I a premium member? Maybe I am. So Armed Gods pay-per-view is £5. Then East versus West $20. August 15th, Friday. Then these are the matches. That's the location. Notification is turned on. Watch here. That will take you to the pay-per-view website. Then the matches. Lawrence Shaw versus Martins Lissis. Then we have Eddie Hall versus Robert Oberst. So my favorite matches. I was looking forward to the Eddie Hall versus Brian Shaw match, but not this one. Not this one, for whatever reason. And not this one either. I think Lawrence should be able to win this match comfortably. Gabriela versus Jocelyn Brisson. No, I was looking forward to the Egle Vetkute match a lot, but although I knew that Egle is going to win, but I did see that maybe Jocelyn can do something if the match goes in a hook. And she did stop her for a moment in one of those rounds. So from what I got from that match, Jocelyn was not far off. Maybe she needs to strengthen her hand like by 5% to make it a good match against Egle Vetkute. But Gabriela just destroyed Egle and it wasn't even close. And Gabby has a good top roll. She's not going to go in a hook with Jocelyn. So I got Gabby winning. Derek Smith versus Cyril Brown. Again, cannot say that one of my most looked forward to matches. Derek should win this rather comfortably, maybe without the straps. In the straps, Cyril Brown can make it interesting. Matt Mask versus Philip Larson. That can be one of those matches. Okay, let's say if this match is won, we'll see if we want to remove this from our favorite matches list or not. Then I got maybe, although Matt is looking in a great form now, I think I got Philip Larson winning this super match. Devin Larratt versus Alex Cordecha. This has to be the other one. Left arm match. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, last time I predicted Alex to win. This time you'll have to go with Devin, man. You'll have to go with Devin. In the beginning, Cordecha was flop pressing like a beginner. He was terrible. But somehow he found his way and it started working. Let's see if it can start working earlier this time or if it doesn't work at all. Flop press is his only option. Richard Bauman versus Pavlo Darbadiev. I'm looking forward to that match too. Richard versus Pavlo. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what the South African can do. So, Matt versus Philip match. Man, Philip is also kind of a beginner, we can say. How long has he been arm wrestling for? 4 years now? Not as... But Richard is literally less than 3 years into the sport. Maybe 2.5 or maybe 3. I'm looking forward to this match more than the previous one. Then Brandon Allen versus Brian Shaw. That's also a good match. I want to see if Brandon can do something which Larry Wheels wasn't able to do. That will show us something. That will put some value into the Brian Shaw stocks. So good match again. Todd Hutchings versus Dave Chaffee. I want to see that too. So 1, 2, 3. This one. Then 4. Yeah, these 4 matches I'm looking forward to. Then this is the 5th one. I don't really care too much about the Devon versus Cordecha right arm match. So, but we have arm gods before that on August 9th. Okay. Pro Punja League. Rad. What are you doing? Why don't you add... Okay, maybe it's not available to watch for the... But the owner did contact me. Okay, suggest me some names. They were asking me, the owner of Pro Punja League asked me, he said he's planning to do something about the pay-per-view. And he asked my opinion, like, on this. Should they do pay-per-view of Pro Punja League for the international audience? And from the discussions which I had, show your history. That's the second best comment of the night. So he asked me about my idea if they should go pay per view or not. And since I had already discussed this subject last year too, when the season was supposed to happen, but then the owner had a terrible accident. He was in ICU for many days, so the entire season got cancelled because of that. So pay per view, we have 12 super matches. Every last time the idea was a $20 pay per view. Keep your comments with you as of now. Don't say that East versus West is 20. Why would we pay $20 to watch Indian arm wrestling? Let me tell you what you get for $20. The best arm wrestling production that you have ever seen. 12 super matches every single day for 17 days. That's what you're getting. 17. So 5th of August to 21st. My math is not that good, but is it 17 or 16? Somebody do the math. So for 17 days, you're getting 12 super matches. 17 times 12, 204. Let's say 200 super matches you will be able to watch for that $20 pay-per-view. And the events guaranteed will not have any technical issues. And English commentary will be there, obviously. And the thing is that the matches will start and end on time because they are going live on TV. On TV, you cannot be late. You cannot be late. You'll have to finish the matches on the supposed time. So in Indian time, the matches start at 5 p.m. The undercard matches, which are best of 3, 6 super matches. 2 teams will be playing every single day. So all of those best of 3, they end sometimes like way early. That part is not on TV. That's on Fan Code app. Fan Code app on Play Store and Apple Store too. So those undercard matches are there. Obviously, they also will be on the pay-per-view. And then the main card matches, they'll also be on the pay-per-view. Main card matches are on TV. So fan code matches are 5 to 7 p.m. They say 5 to 7 p.m. But the 6 super matches, they end in like at most 90 minutes. So 1.5 hours. At 6:30, those super matches end. And then after that, 7 p.m., the main card starts. And before 9 p.m. it must end. So 6 super matches must end in less than 2 hours. So that's the fixed time. Somebody can do the math. 5 p.m. arm wrestling starts, 9 p.m. arm wrestling ends. 5 p.m. Can somebody copy paste the timings, please? Can someone do that much work for me? 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST and convert that into different time zones so that people can figure out. Is this a good idea? Like, will any of you buy that pay-per-view? I know the level of arm wrestling isn't that high, but then the production of quality of arm wrestling is like the best in the world. So you can't rewind the stream. Pay-per-view. Yeah, that's an interesting part. Of course, you cannot rewind live on television. You can rewind the app fan code. I think there was an option there. TV, it's interesting, but will be a rewind option on TV? I think there may be. Who should they do this with? Last time when Core Sports was still in business, they were thinking about them, but now Core Sports is out. So I think it will depend on the pay-per-view platform. Whoever will have the streaming rights, if that thing has the rewind option, then most likely the rewind option, J.R. William, most likely it will be there. Propunja.com. Yeah, people can check it out themselves. So do you think that idea can work or not? And of course, I'll have the pay-per-view codes. So I'll even be able to check how many pay-per-views I sold through my discount code. Pradeep Bro, invite Lana Ederson and Engin. Lana Ederson, who's that? And put it blurred. Last time it was Lana Rhodes, and is Lana Rhodes, that's her full name? Pradeep Bro, invite. Okay, again the same comment. Community arm wrestling news. Yeah. Make arm wrestling popular by IV celebrity like armpit. Samay Elvish. Bro, I want the stuff that you're on. You're high. What time would it be in the on the US? That's exactly what I asked someone to do. Let's see. I don't want to leave this microphone and start typing. Can you make arm wrestling popular by inviting celebrity? Stop with this comment, man. Stop spamming, guys. Pakistani arm wrestlers like. Is that a real name? Tournament? Okay, Fakar-e Pakistan arm wrestling tournament. It's coming on 23rd of August. Where can we watch it? You're so popular, even Trump wants to join your stream. Will you release your picks? My picks? About what? I didn't understand the comment. What's your thoughts on countries competing against each other like South Africa versus India? In arm wrestling, I think that's a cool idea. That's a good idea. Australia versus India was a thing when this was a suggestion. When I suggested Ryan that you should arm wrestle Mazahir Saidu, that is going to be an amazing match. And guess what it was? It was an amazing match, 4-3. Great battle. Who was that Indian guy that didn't pull Auden? Abbas Rana. Pakistani puller are stronger. Stronger than who? Who was that? Sydney Sweeney. Epstein's best friend, cover upper, wants to join a great look. I don't know where this chat is going right now, but nobody mentioned anything about the pay-per-view. Why? If it was $5 maybe, I never paid for one. Okay, then maybe not. No, $5 bro, come on man. How can they give you a 17 days pay-per-view, 200 super match pay-per-view for $5? Commentators, and they asked my suggestion for commentators as well. Ryan Bowen was my suggestion last year. I don't think Ryan is going to be invited anytime soon to Pro Punja League. But then those other two Aussie guys, Matt Connolly, and I'm forgetting the name of other guy who looks like Triple H, who's also the owner of AWE. I've suggested their names. Their commentary looks professional. Bro, can you make arm wrestling popular? Pro Punja doesn't have the top pullers, but production is second to none. Top notch, yeah. I agree totally. Baxter just has a lot of larger businesses he's focused on. You should invite Rickard and Pablo on your channel. I'm sure they'll want to. Yep. Good. I got some good ideas today who I should invite. I think Engin is in Thailand getting massage. Third leg. Can Devon come to Pro Punja arm wrestle 17 guys in 17 days? I don't think he will. Or maybe if they invite him. Yeah, they should invite Devon as a guest. I did discuss the idea of until the day Devon was not in contract with that was like 2 years ago, maybe even more. I talked with the owner of Pro Punja League that, bro, can you make, not bro, but I said, can you make Devon versus Vitali happen here in India? That would be awesome in one of the Pro Punja events as the main event. And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? We can do that. We can invite both of them. So he was thinking about that match, but then this contracts thing started and it kind of got out of hand. Arm wrestling is not very popular in India. It is more popular than any other country in the world. What are you talking about, Yash? And you are from India. How can you say that? It seems like Mask versus Pablo and Borman versus Larson would be better. Mask versus Pablo, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Borman versus Larson. It can work that way too, but I don't mind the original matches as well, Matt. And Matt Mask can also be invited, with that being said. Devon went to Japan and pulled with a bunch of people. He's with Vitali and Lady Boys in Thailand. It's actually is India's main sport or one. They call it Punjab. Not Punjab, Panja. 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 Panja means, it means paw if you go to the literal translation. But then arm wrestling is also called Panja. How much you make from YouTube last month? Take a guess. I'll say I'll let you know. 28 months. It shows month. Okay, last month. Are you talking about last 30 days, or are you talking about last month, like actual June month? I'll talk about last 28 days. Last 28 days. Take a guess, and I'll say less or more. Travis, less than that. Drew, definitely more than that. Your boy Mitch, $40. Bro, come on, man. I got more than that in super chats. What are you talking about? I would say 2 lakhs. Close. I won't say more than that or less than that, but very close. Abhishek is very close. 1986 world champion, 198 pounds. But no, that's not the thing, man. It's less. It's way less, because if we're talking about how much I made, all of the videos that my brother edits, I give him 50%. He's editing the audio, video, then he's uploading the thumbnails, doing titles, description, subtitles, everything. So it should be way less for me, yeah. But I'll let you know the total amount. 30K a month, bro. Come on, man. $1 million, 268. $1,800, Jia Williams. I think that's a fair assumption. Fair assumption. It's almost, no, for me, it's less than that. The total amount which I made was about $2,500. So 10% of that. Americans, I'm paying tax in your country too, not just my country. So yes, you guys are paying me in a way, but then I'm also paying tax in your country. 10% pay. I pay 10% tax. So whatever I make, usually I've seen that sometimes it's 9%, sometimes it's like 8%, 10%. It's either 15 or 20% from all of the earnings that are made from USA. So if any American watches my video, and the money that I get from that, I pay 15% or 20% tax out of that earning to USA. And YouTube takes 50% anyways. So that's the thing. YouTube is taking 50%. So if the advertiser is paying, let's say, in the entire month, I'm talking about only USA. If the advertiser paid $1,000 to show ads on my videos, just my videos in a month, then YouTube, that's an American company, that takes 50% of that. So they'll take $500. Then out of that remaining $500, they'll take another 15%. Whatever that amount is, $75. So out of those 500. So that's how much did anyone know, yes or no? Did anyone know that I am paying taxes in United States of America? Did anyone know that before this? So 2250 by 2 is 1. Not exactly dividing that by 2, because some videos I've uploaded myself. So that was 1125. So I would say I made like $1,300 last 28 days, maybe 14, maybe 1250, somewhere between 1250 to 1450. That's what I made last month. So you make more from your YouTube? Yes, I do. That's not a bad for a side hustle, Pradeep. And now I've started doing these live streams, and now I've started getting these and these and these. I'm rich. I'm the richest man in the world. What are you talking about? I'm old. Like yesterday's live stream, I probably made close to more than $100, I think, maybe $120 from a single live stream. Why do you bother paying taxes in US? Who's going to? No, that's the thing, man. We don't have to do that. They take it. Tax deduction at source. They take away the taxes, and then they grab a hold of YouTube, the American federal agencies or whatever it is called. They grab hold of YouTube and they're like, okay, you've taken your 50% from that person's earnings. Yep, we have taken our part. Okay, what's remaining now? Okay, we owe him $2,000 this month, and then like, okay, let's take 9% from that. Let's take 10% from that. So that's how it works, and then they pay us. And that's when India has a tax treaty with US. I think that's because because of that it's 15% tax. Otherwise it would have been 30. In some countries that's even 30%. So you earn 75,000 rupees per month from your work. Yeah, a little bit less than that, and 100k. So 170 you can say. Yeah, maybe 170. Venki. That's a fair estimate. So 170 is what in dollars? Exactly $2,000 a month. That's how much I earn combining both of my work. How much with your government job? We already discussed that. You could call Devon or Engin on live and it would be more than $300. Sorry to be late to the party. What's the tax percentage in India? Now they've done very well. If you're earning less than $1,200 a month, which includes like maybe 90% of the population of the country, then you don't have to pay any direct tax. But indirect taxes are still so high, man, so high. For the richer you get, the more difficult it becomes for you, because if somebody wants to import a car here that costs, let's say, $200,000 in USA, then in India it will cost like $400,000, maybe even more. I'm talking about literal price. And then compare the purchase power parity, that everything else is 4x cheaper in India, and then these things, luxury items that are imported, they're like 2 times more expensive. The import duty is 125% on some vehicles. 125%. So $100,000 car, if you import it, you have to pay $125,000 to the government for letting you import it while they did nothing. Yeah, less than 12.5 lakhs per annum, no tax. Almost like that they're trying to kill the middle class worldwide. Do you have children? One. Unfortunately, only one as of now. That's why they all wanted cash. Who do you have winning? Matt versus Philip. Man, sometimes I think Matt, sometimes I want to say Philip. It's someone out of these two guys is going to win. That's what I can tell you. What's the problem with doing the Devon Vitali match in the next East versus West? I don't see a problem with that. I think it will happen this year. But Devon did say yesterday on my channel that he's planning to take a break. For how long? I don't think he mentioned that. That's why they all wanted cash and don't want to arm wrestle in the US those days. Yeah, European guys are taxed like crazy. Yeah, who wouldn't want to get paid in cash? It's almost like they're trying to, yeah. Opposite here in US. The more money you make, the more taxes you can avoid paying. Hello. Yeah. Direct taxes, that can work in India as well. But the more expensive the item gets that you want to buy, because eventually if you're earning, you have to buy something, right? Then the more expensive things you buy, then the tax starts getting ridiculous on those things. That's the problem here in India. Tax people can avoid here too. That's not a big problem. But then they'll take more tax than other countries from your pocket when you go out there to buy something. Bro, I have seen you once drinking Kingfisher. Do you like it? I personally think it's the worst one. I don't. Personally, I don't. I only drink beer. When it comes to alcohol, don't like rum, whiskey, wine. Don't like any of those things. I have had maybe like 300 beers, 400 beers in my entire life, and yet I cannot tell the difference of taste in any of those. I'm not sure how people say, oh, I like this beer, I don't like this beer. Bro, I cannot even tell the difference. Come on, man. What are you talking about? So you're telling me if I have Kingfisher and some other beer and you're blindfolded, you'll be able to tell just by taste which one is which one? I don't think everyone can. Some will surely be able to do that, but I don't think more than 20% can. Can you react a little bit about Indian arm wrestling? We're Indian after all. Yes, yes, we can. We discussed Pro Punja League for like 15 minutes here, man. Come on. 36 kg Devon pronation lift with perfect form at 50 kg. Amazing, amazing. I like that. But why are you 50 kg? There is no 50 kg weight class. What are you doing there? More money, more problems. Cider is better than beer. What's the pay like in Pro Punja League, bro? Pay for arm wrestlers you're talking about or commentators? In the past 10 years, how many one arm pull ups have you done? I would say that was a very brief moment, maybe a brief moment of like 20 days when I was able to do one arm pull ups. Shortly after that, I dislocated my right shoulder and I had to get it operated. It was in 2018, so I couldn't do that afterwards. So in that time, maybe I did like 15 of them. I just used to do one every day. I'll go there and I'll see if I got it. Yep, still got it. And the surprising thing is, even if I do like slightest bit of warm up of any kind, okay, let's do 5-10 pull-ups, regular pull-ups. Let's warm up a little bit. Okay, let's do maybe 5 kg dumbbell hammer curls. Let's warm up these muscles a little bit. Let's stretch a little bit. The pull-up is not coming. I'm not getting it done. The only way I got the one arm pull up all of those times is when I just went to the gym, did nothing, just grabbed hold of it and did the pull up. That's what I've seen many things like that. I'm not a big fan of warming up. I can tell you that. If I'm going to a competition, arm wrestling ever, I'm not warming up. I can tell you that. Surely, never. And there's a little bit science behind that. Yes, the risk of injury goes up. I'm not denying that. But when your sport is preventing this from happening, and then you are intentionally through warm up relaxing the muscles, like maybe not relaxing but kind of warming up in a way so that they can stretch easily, you're increasing the elasticity of your arm. I saw a doctor's video around that subject. He was like, if you want to do some kind of motion where you want to stay tight, stay rigid, warming up is probably not the best option for you. And I was thinking about it even before that. So you won't see me if I have to win something, the first round matters a lot. If I'm competing, you'll be seeing me risking an injury. I won't be warming up. Warming up is tiring out. And I've seen that with myself multiple times. If I warm up for like, you can give me the best warm up routine in the world, and after that I won't be able to do a one arm pull up, and you give me nothing, man. I got it. I pronated 90 pounds today. That's good. I hope I can do that. As of now, I don't think I'll be able to. Since you're taxed on American viewers, you can tell what percentage of your viewer base is from US. That's a good question. Maybe I can share that on the screen too if I open that. What about slightly warming up? I'm telling you, even slight warm up doesn't work for me. It will create that softness in your arm when your arm gets warmed up. The muscles do get relaxed a little bit. The blood flow increases. Stretching and stuff, because that's what you warm up for, because the muscles get relaxed, the movement is there, you're not so rigid, you're not so tight. That's why you warm up, and that's not what you need when you're on the arm wrestling table, at least in the first round. By the second round, everything is going to be the same anyways. I don't think it matters a lot if you warmed up before that or not. Analytics, audience. Where's that? So watch time from subscribers, last 28 days, not subscribed 53%, subscribed 47%. Gender, last 28 days, female 3.6% female, okay? Male 96.3, 0.2% user specified, whatever that means. Age group is, these are interesting stats. Maybe I should share the screen. I remove myself. So there we have it. This is the time, Indian Standard Time, so you won't be able to convert it so fast. What your audience watches, these are the videos that audience on my channel is watching. Videos growing your audience. Levan explains sad reality. Okay, hi, that's good. Channels my audience watches. Then okay. Formats your viewers watched. Everybody watches the shorts and everybody watches the videos. That's cool. Not everyone watches the live streams though. Not subscribed. Mobile phone 58%. To me that is surprising. Like how the hell 24% people are watching my videos on computer? Is that even a thing? I don't ever switch on my computer unless I have to go live. Come on, man. I never got this part. And TV, 12.7%, almost 13% people are watching. And if you add that 24%, what does that add up to? 37% people are watching my videos on a large screen. That's interesting. That gives you the whole perspective why at least 1080p is a must, because that many people are watching on a bigger screen. Very surprising. And that's all type of videos, shorts, videos, lives, everything included. I think if I just click on videos, it will be even higher, because shorts are just on phone, mostly on phone. Did that increase? No, it decreased. What the hell? Come on, man. Live stream, maybe it increases. It's going down in shorts. Okay, shorts 81%, but then why is the value not increasing here? It's kind of confusing. Anyways, female, male, and user specified. And there's your question answered, brother. Top geographies last 28 days. USA 25.8, India 13.8, Canada 7.6, Germany, UK. These are the top 5 countries. And I think if I switch to 90 days, it remains the same. Yep, 23.9, 15.9. East versus West arm wrestling channel has the highest viewership in India. Dexter Tan mentioned that a couple of times. So on my channel, only 16% Indians are watching, but on East versus West channel, it's probably more than 20%, more than USA or any other country. That's interesting. And the age of my audience, 13 to 17, 1.9, 18 to 24, 19.7. So most of the audience is here, 25 to 44. See, I got mature audience. Very few children are watching, only 1.9%. 65 plus years, shout out to the 1.9% 65-year-olds. Come on, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. 27% have subtitles on. That's interesting data. Nice, let's go. USA. Travis Bajan style, biggest supporters. Isn't it interesting? A company that is in USA now, at least, East versus West, they have the biggest viewership from India, and the person who is sitting in India, he has the biggest viewership from USA. And they're not even uploading anything about India. That's the fact. I'm on PC, I have Pradeep on speakers. That's awesome, brother. But that was a huge surprise, man. Like, what was it? 37% people watching either on TV or computer. On PC, half his screen is porn, other half is Pradeep. Come on, man. There's a split screen option on the phone too. You're missing out on something. Pradeep on big screen. Jaya Williams is saying the same thing. I'm on PC and mobile mostly. 50-inch smart TV. That's interesting. My laptop is hooked up to a large screen. So maybe most people, what they might be doing, what I'm thinking is they start watching the video on phone, and since the TV is also on and it's connected to Wi-Fi, they just switch to the screen share mode, because YouTube app gives that option separately. I'm cutting wood in the bush watching you live. You must be American. That's such a American thing to do. That's what a warm up is for the smooth movement between muscle fibers, reducing chances of muscle tear. I agree. But it also reduces the chances of your arm not opening up easily. I'm on a computer, use phone. It's all the old people. Yeah, shout out to the 65 plus age group. Is anyone here? Because none of my family members is that old, so I cannot say that those views are coming from my family. Pradeep, what you think about Ali Khan versus Mazahir? Honestly, I think Mazahir will win. India's arm wrestling level has increased a lot in past 2-3 years. I don't think as of now India versus Pakistan is close in any weight category. But Indians don't want to spend dollars to watch anything. That's true. True injury versus victory. That's why my RPM may be higher than theirs, because most of my audience is from USA. Advertisers don't pay anything. If your audience is from India, they'll pay you like they'll pay you like maybe 40 cents per thousand views. 40 cents per thousand views. I'm talking about videos that are in like 5 minutes in length, right? Whereas the views from USA, they'll pay you $2 to $3 per thousand views. And India, you'll get 40 cents for the same amount of views. And of course, if the video length is longer, you'll get slightly more money. If the video is about finances and stuff, then it will get maybe 2-3 times more amount of money. So these are the different facts about YouTube. Arm wrestling is such an interesting sport. I really can't find this interest among my friend group. Yeah. Then your friend group changes. That's the thing. I was also like that. Now my entire friend group online is arm wrestlers. I don't need subtitles. Your English is good, bro. Thank you. I love AOC, who's also a member of the channel. 12 minutes more before we end this live stream. We'll recap the topics once again after a few minutes. That makes sense, actually, true. But in arm wrestling world, it's very niche. Okay, GR, maybe that's hate watchers. They wanna always see what Pradeep says, but don't want to give him the sub. I don't need subs. I don't like subs, to be honest. That's why you may have noticed since past maybe 5, 6, 7 months, or maybe more than that, I've completely stopped asking people to subscribe to the channel. Maybe by accident it slipped a couple of times, but now you'll never hear me asking for subscription. And the reason is that I don't want those people who subscribe just because I said so. During the live streams, I think I may still be saying that East versus West live streams, because that's a different subject. Then there may be some people joining who are like watching the channel for the first time or something like that. But other than that, I never ask for subscriptions, because to me it looks bad when the channel has like 300,000 subscribers and it gets 6,000 views. It looks ugly. I'd rather have much less subscribers and much higher number of views. Imagine a channel that has 50,000 subscribers and it gets like 50,000 views. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I'm thankful I only have those subscribers who like to watch. Why so surprised? I work on my computer and I'm online wherever I am, whenever I'm at home and sleeping, okay? I hate small screens. Cell phone simply does not give a satisfactory viewing experience. Okay, I hope the video is coming through well. Are you planning to go live every day? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How do I go live on Friday? I'm traveling to my home Friday, 7 p.m. Now the time is 1 a.m. 7 p.m. I'll be in a train. how do I go live that day? If I go live 6 hours before this usual time, or whatever the time is right now, 7-8 hours before that, what time that would be in US? I think it will be night time. Prime Dennis versus Vitali. What do you think, Pradeep? I think that's a good match. Dennis will have to come back for the victory in that match. I think Vitali can pin him maybe one time, maybe twice, right arm. I think Dennis will win. I think the same can happen left arm too, but it will be an incredibly difficult match, hard fought battle. I won't say I will be shocked if Vitali wins that match. Have you considered a standard or scheduled live streaming? Your live streams are some of the best, but it's too hard to catch them sometimes. This is the 6th live stream I've done at the same time, so I'll probably try to stick to this time for a while. Maybe an hour earlier if that works out. Pradeep, daily live streams, you can literally double, triple your earnings. Yes, that will be cool. No morning in USA is currently 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's cool. So I can go live at that time then on Friday. 91 subs and 23,000 views. Not even trying, I'm not active. That's good. The video went viral. It means Audience pronator muscle. When are you coming to USA so we can meet you, Pradeep? Let's see. I'll go there for some kind of work. Suggest my name to some promoters if I can work on something, maybe some interviews, maybe a bottom 8 style match. I'll be willing to train for that if they let me know, if they give me a few months notice. I'll probably need a longer notice period than the professional arm wrestlers, because in that period I'll have to get rid of the beginner's elbow pain so that I can go. Paul Lynn, genuinely, I thought he was just joking in the live stream, but then he messaged me about that too. Or maybe I messaged him. Yeah, I messaged him, and he was serious. He was like, "Yeah, you versus what was that? Robert Kelly? That person's name, who does the streaming and stuff, technical stuff." Paul said you versus him will be a good match. Pradeep, do you have a favorite arm wrestler? This question is getting more and more difficult for me every day, since I've started finding faults in every arm wrestlers. Pradeep, any new update? Yeah, we did talk about the Dadhan update. He recently got a surgery. We discussed the matches that are going to happen at Shaw Classic. We discussed that the Baku event has now been postponed again to 13th of September from initial date 9th of August to 2nd of August to 30th of August, now 13th of September, and then this is also most likely going to be postponed again. The Baku guy, I talked with him. He said he gave some reasons why he doesn't want to come out publicly, but I think one thing which I can mention here, he did say that I do have the screenshots where Robert told me exactly that the event will happen only if Devon decides to go there. He said that I don't want to share it anywhere, but if everything goes bad, if they keep blaming me for stuff like this, then I might have to share that. That's what he was saying. All I do is post shorts. I need to do lives when Pradeep is sleeping. Okay. So, okay, you post arm wrestling videos, right? Or grip videos. I'm not sure. Pradeep, you see, Engin is quite forlorn. Do you think he's planning to do something big drama? Yes, he is. But even then, I don't think, like, without East versus West, what is Engin going to upload? Before East versus West, what was he uploading? Nothing. That's the thing. If there is no East versus West, there are no videos on Engin's channel. Engin is balling. Engin is rich. Engin is probably a millionaire from arm wrestling after selling East versus West. Engin is busy rolling his BMW around, pushing his BMW around. What are you talking about? Pradeep, you see Engin is, okay, again. If you will get up the Baku guy and Devon on the live, Devon is going to curse him. Pradeep on IGL. What's IGL. What's the full form of that? Arm wrestling. Oh, okay. I can't compete with your channel, my brother. Arm wrestling. Devon will never go to Baku. That can be true. Pradeep, from my understanding, Engin got around 800,000 for the sale of East versus West, but only got 400k. Yeah, that's about it. A little bit off, but that's about it. Because when I said, I think he was talking about me, because in one of my videos, I said I've heard that East versus West was sold for a couple of $1 million, and then Engin responded that people are saying the flower was sold for $2 million. It was not even half of that. So just judging that language, you can say that it was slightly less than half of that. So maybe like $900,000. That's a fair estimate. I can say that. I know the actual number too, but just by Engin's words, anyone can guess. He said not even half of 2 million. So that tells you that it is around $900,000. So Robert, I'll say that he got a good deal. I think East versus West, depending on how many contracts they had. Because a league is only as, when we're considering about selling a league is only as good as the athletes that it has under its contract. Because if there are no contracts, then everyone is going to quit like they did. Although in this case it was special, even the arm wrestlers that had contracts, they also quit. So that was really bad, but it is what it is. A league isn't anything. Initially we thought that contracts are bad, they're not good. But now if somebody is selling the league, now we all understand how important the contracts are, because without a contract, as soon as the league is sold, all of the guys are out. What can you do about that? So contracts are must. 900k in Turkey is like 2 million here in USA. Yeah, that would be about it. In India, it will be like maybe 3.5 million. So even in Turkey, it can be more than 2 million, maybe 2.5. India got latent IGL. Yeah. Technically sound they are. Which secrets do you have that you will public if they blame you so much? I don't have secrets. Even the chats that I can see, like I should have with me, maybe if something goes wrong, I delete everything immediately, man. I don't like chats. I don't keep chats. I keep my disappearing messages on, since WhatsApp gave me that option. I don't like chats. Do you message someone to get on the live stream? I did message only one guy, Brandon Allen, and he said he was working. He can join Friday or Saturday. I didn't message anyone else today. Tomorrow we'll do that. Why would these Euros whine about guaranteed money through contracts? Or whinge? Is whinge the... I thought you accidentally typed that G. I'm not sure if whinge is a word. Bro, stop coming live daily talking about same shit every day. And you're still watching. It's working, man. Bro, I feel Baku guy is AI. No. He sent me a bunch of audio messages today. He's not AI. Who started this rumor? Why would these Euros... Okay, read it. He's hiding Devon and Jody. Invite Auden Larrett. Yeah. Auden, when Auden had never done an interview ever. At that time, I think he just did one with Umesh. That was his first interview. And then I asked him about an interview, and he sent a very weird message that I don't want to mention here. And since then, I never asked him. I came here to tell this thing. Because what he sent me is, and he started, Akash Chopra is in the house after a long time. Thank you for joining, brother. We were in school together, Akash Chopra and me, and I used to beat the shit out of Akash Chopra every single day on the arm wrestling, not the arm wrestling table, but the school bench. Don't know how many times I top rolled this guy. Maybe 1,000, 2,000. What's the exact number, Akash? Let the people know. Why would Engin sell East versus West if he wanted to stay involved? Good point. Elmar waits for Engin's instructions before posting a new video. Pradeep, is it family tradition to work at gas stations or work at IT? Bro, I'm not Engin. You don't need to mention in the comments that you're just joking. I think the value of the joke is ruined if you say as soon as the joke is finished that you were just joking. That kind of ruins it. Baku AI companion. Because Engin wanted the money. School memories, they punch you. Yeah. You still haven't gone anywhere. You just told me to stop doing these live and stop talking about same shit every day, and yet you are still here. Go away, man. He sold because he doesn't want the stress and wants to grow the sport, but he doesn't know how to let it go and pass the torch. That is, I will say, in this whole controversial situation, whole mess that has been going around in the past 4 or 5 weeks, I would say that is probably the best sentence that paints this whole picture in very clear words. That's exactly what happened, I think. You said it better than anyone else. Your boy, Mitch. Pradeep, Aussie guy got copyright strikes. Beware of Engin. Yeah. Please tell what Auden tells. Okay, no. People love the same. He was pretty young back then. He was pretty young. That was like, what, 2 3 years ago? Pradeep still believes in fictitious Baku event, Engin's lapdog. Pradeep, please answer Prime Dennis, Prime Devon, right hand. I think Devon wins. How do you say category so fast? I can't say it fast like you. Engin is a man child. Thanks. So that's it for this video. I'll be sharing the screen one more time. The Shaw Classic matches. You can purchase the pay-per-view from the regular place where you have been purchasing all of your East versus West pay-per-views. It is once again $20 worth. Whether it is worth it or not, I'll let you decide that. But of course, I will be purchasing the event. That's the pay-per-view. Lawrence Charlet versus Martin Slices. There are a total of 10 super matches on August 15th. Then Eddie Hall versus Robert Oberst. Gabby Vasconcelos versus Jocelyn Brisson. Cire Brown versus Derek Smith. Matt Mask versus Philip Larson. Devon Ladd versus Alex Kordecha. Richard Bowman versus Pavlo Darbedyev. Brandon Allen versus Brian Shaw. Todd Hutchings versus Dave Chafee. Devon Ladd versus Alex Kordecha. So only one left arm match on this card. Devon versus Alex. Rest all are right arm matches. Then we also discussed a potential Pro Punja League pay-per-view starting August 5th. So that will be before this. And the question was, will you be willing to purchase a $20 pay-per-view for 17 days every single day? Or there will be an option, there might be an option for a smaller period as well. Maybe just for the semi-final and finals. That will be way less in money, just for a couple of days. But every single day there will be 12 super matches and it will go on for 17 days. So that's the idea. And English commentators will also be required for that. They'll be doing remote commentary, I guess. But that the plan is not finalized yet. If they can figure out the pay-per-view thing, then maybe Pro Punja League will be international. Borman stand a chance against Pavlo. Maybe he does, but it will be difficult. We got some good matches for Shaw Classic card, looking interesting. Yes, you are right. Mark's Music Man. I knew Engin was going to have a rough time when he first started flipping on comments very early on. Yes. Hypothetical match between Prime Dennis and versus Prime, both left and right hand, please. Versus Prime who? Devon? Yes, Engin used to weigh worse in the first few months. He did get better here and there, yeah. Well, anyways, thanks for joining this stream. I'm Wrestling fans, you guys are awesome. Another successful live stream. Good number of viewers. No technical issues, nothing. Good amount of support.